why I ride mules. Get out of the way, cattle! Welcome back. I'm Caleb. This is my channel, the Backcountry Cowboy. And today I'm gonna head up and see if I can't go find me a glacier. So stick around, let's go. The trail going up to where I'm trying to go right now, I went on it last weekend, but lo and behold, my camera didn't work, or at least the GoPro side of things. So I'm headed back up there to take some video, show you what it's all about up top. So the trail should be about, well, it's going to be about 4.5 hours, 5 hours, probably before I get to the waterfall. And then from there, I'm going to have to do some boondocking in a spot I've never been to try and get up to the glacier. The water was running pretty good, so I'm assuming that glacier's still pretty good size and melting off. So head on up there and see what it looks like. Dogs are up ahead chasing squirrels. Coming up to a spot I've nicknamed Bear Meadows, just because when I was a kid coming up this way, there'd always be a bear out in these meadows pretty consistently. So I'll show you what it looks like. Just a nice big green meadow that, well, I'm pretty sure I've gone into it a little bit, but it's mostly a little swampy. There's some patches you're good with, and then other parts you'll just sink all the way to the belly. So I never go out into that area, but there has been bear out there, and you know, they take off running. It's just black bear around here for now, until the freaking grizzlies make their way from northern Washington down here. And then it's gonna change a little bit on what I'm carrying when I'm riding out here, because I just carry my pistol, which is a 9mm, and that's mainly for if something happens to my animal while I'm out, not so much for predator protection. But if we did start getting wolves and grizzlies in here, I'm gonna be packing a little bigger pew-pew, just in case. I'm sure there's plenty of people riding in, you know, Montana, and you know, just curious. You know, comment down below of what you ride with. I was thinking of going with a 10mm pistol. If that becomes the case, I want something lightweight that I can just keep on my hip and not really have an issue. But yeah, if you have any suggestions of what works on horseback well, drop a comment. Just had to stop and get some, thought we were gonna get some grass, but let's see. It's just a nasty mud hole, but apparently it's got some good dirt. Must have some good minerals in it. Is that delicious? Could you imagine the first people that way back in the day had to make their way into this for a trail system? I mean, maybe it was not as bad because of the trees, you know, new falling down, but to come through here, just a crosscut and make yourself a trail to, you know, get to where you need to be getting, I mean, that's quite a bit That's talent. You got no maps, no GPS, just pick a direction. I guarantee you on whoever did this one just followed the creek, because that's what you do pretty much all the way up until you get to the lake and the glaciers that are feeding it. So maybe that was a good way for them to get up to water and food in the summer months, because there's plentiful up here. But yeah, you look around at all the trees that are just laying around. All right, just took the Y where it splits off down there. Now it should be a steady climb for about 3/4 of the way up here. It's mostly flat. It's got some mild switchbacks, but it isn't to turn off this trail onto the basically boondocking trail, and then from there it'll climb all the way up to the top. Man, I tell you what, Karma's great to go ride with, well, whether it be a new spot or with a group, because then she will be the first in line. She steps it out and we cruise. But when we go to a spot we've been to like this, only a week ago, good thing I'm wearing spurs, because if I wasn't, we wouldn't be going nowhere. Just constant pedaling her to just keep going. She'll cruise for a second, then just stops and wants to turn around. It's like, nope, it's not the way we're going to do it today. It's not happening. So I don't know if you kind of hear just jiggling my spurs, so I don't actually have to do anything to her right now. But she plays a little game called, oh, I'm still moving. Yeah, at like 1/2 mile an hour. And at that rate, it'd take us forever to get up here. But as soon as I turn her around, we'll kick it into another gear, and we have no problem going back to the truck. So we'll just continue on up this. Kind of hard to see patches of snow right there, or where I'm going to be trying to get up to. Up there is where Warm Lake is, but before I do that, this trail I'm going up will zigzag up to the very top, take the ridge, and then I got to go as far as I can that way before I make my way all the way back to there, and then return down this trail home. All right, so here comes the junction. That way goes down to Surprise. It makes a big old loop, and then there's a faint trail that cuts off around this tree, and that's the way we're going. And from here we will continue to climb for quite a while. I know the GoPro never does some of these hills any justice, but it's quite the climb to start, with plenty of stuff to get around. There's a few obstacles around here. Gotta duck with that one. Get up here a little ways, and we'll take a little breather before we hit the next climb. Video does not do this one justice. We're climbing now. When this thing starts to climb, it really starts to climb. Just getting a little break before headed up that. It's hard to tell if you look at the angle of those trees growing. It's a pretty good sized hill to get up, and when it's not like you just go straight up to it, then you got a couple switchbacks, and it's pretty steep with some loose dirt, so it's a tough climb. So I just stop here when I come up this way, let everybody take a breather before making the final push. All right, we're up. Take a little breather for right now. The easy part. And now we climb. Getting a little snack. Still got a cruise up there. Dogs are over there, just got themselves some water. They've been huffing and puffing all the way up here. That red point there, on the other side of that's the Devil's Wash Basin. So I got to figure a way one of these days how to get over that ridge and down to the lake on the other side. It's gonna be sketchy. Trying out my dragonfly on my hat. If there's ever a place I'll believe that works, to not have all the horse flies and deer flies after you, it's up here. All this thing is a frog pond. It's a campsite I've used before. It's actually really nice. You can set up tent in here, and then over here is where I end up. I'm just tied up for the night. But what do you think? Do I need to go on another camp trip up here? One thing about being up here right off the mountain, there's never a shortage of wind. I got Karma tied up. I'm gonna head on up and go look at this waterfall. Pretty cool spot. It's melting a little bit more than I'm willing to. I'm not going to go underneath the ice. Remember, if you like these kind of videos, like and subscribe. Plenty more adventures to be had. This is not the place to be hiking around in boots and spurs, that's for sure. Dang, this stuff's rocking. Good girl, Bingo. Good girl. Well, Karma, you miss us? Huh? Every now and then it's good to get off and walk a little bit. Been in the saddle for a few hours. Trying the dragonfly out on Karma. She needed more than I did. She had a few bites, so I don't know if it was just not close enough or what, but I'll give this a shot. So the trail's a little overgrown. Yeah, so the plan is the green part above that cliff is a ledge. Now I have no idea if that's even doable, but it's something I wanted to try. So, you know, why not do it? I'm only out here all by myself. What could possibly go wrong? Well, there's no trail from here on out. We're on our own. Waterfall. You gotta find a way to get up that. Well, we're making good progress. Just zigging our way up this sucker. Well, we're definitely up here now. Holy moly, that was a climb. off way in the bottom. Oh boy, we're gonna get there today. What are you guys doing? Lake better be worth it. Well, there's the glacier melting off. This is what I believe they call cold lake. Man, I don't know if the video does it justice how blue that is. That is crazy. Well, we made it. It's a little bit windy up here. Made good time, so we're gonna head back and go check out Warm Lake now. It's kind of a little bit of a climb down out of here, realistically. Hopefully I find go the same way we went. Karma's thinking she just wants to straight line it, but she doesn't know. On the other side over there's a freaking cliff. And I tell you what, sure is a pretty place. Just before I head down, go on top of the ridge, just give you some perspective. That big waterfall that you're about to see, or already went past, is right there. You take this basin out, and we'll head on down to Warm Lake. If the dogs don't die off the edge first. Come here, dummies, come here. Down there is where we're going. But before that, gotta make our way. I have no idea where we're going. I know the general area. Karma's like a little hound dog on the way back to the truck. So I'm just gonna let her choose the way, as long as she doesn't clip us out. Which I'm not exactly sure where we're going yet. Ooh. This is why I ride mules. There's a long way down. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go down that. Taking the shortcut down. Should be good. Up there is where I took the video looking down here. It's a ways up. Well, I think that view is about as good a spot as any for lunch. Lunch spots don't get much better than this. Need to refill my water bottle. Don't forget to hit that like button. Well, since I'm going past them anyways, figured I'd show you all the other waterfalls. That one cruises over there. Walk over there and show you the other side of it. Alright, here's the other spot before it goes over. Let's get down. So in about a month and a half, that hole right there, this water really slows down. And the plan is I'm going to tie onto these trees right here and rappel down with a rope. And I'm going to pan that spot for gold. Just bring a shovel in, see what happens. I mean, it's about as good a spot as any. So we'll see how that goes in a little bit. And then over here is where it goes off a huge cliff. So it goes off of that I just showed you. Down in that one. Off it goes all the way down that canyon. And actually that creek is the one that we gotta cross through to, well yeah, it's the only one we crossed through on the way back down. That's what feeds that one, all the snow runoff from up here. So I'm gonna get back on and boogie on over. It's getting later. I think I can get over to Warm Lake within the hour. Man, there's waterfalls all over this place. This time of year, it's running good. Well, I'm not lost per se right now. I'm going in the right direction. I just thought I would find the trail by now, but I guess we're just gonna pick our way. Pop over this hill over here. Should start seeing something. Now we'll start going through the valley up to Warm Lake. Almost there. Worm Lake's just over that hill. Tell you what, this is one of the prettiest valleys in Washington, I think. Especially this time of year. It's beautiful. And we made it. Here is Warm Lake. Well, here's the view of everything. All right, so on the way back, basin's behind me. Just gonna go back the same way I came. I have to, on the way back down, I need to check a trail. I'm not sure if I dropped some GoPro batteries there when I had an issue with my son the other day, but I can't find them. So once I get down there, I need to run back down that trail, see if they're laying on the ground. But so far it's what, 4:30 right now. I've been riding for, besides taking lunch, I've been riding for about 8 hours, and I got about 3 more hours down. So hopefully we pick up the pace a little bit and cut some of that time down, because I don't know if you can see, there's a white spot on that hillside over there. Below that is where my truck is parked. And that's a little bit of a ways away. So hopefully once we get back to the main trail, we'll turn and burn and see what we can do. Carmen's been doing a great job just getting a little water before we head back down, but she's been a trooper. We've definitely covered some miles. I don't know what the actual mileage is till I get back, but they haven't been easy. It's all been uphill or downhill. Just think, we were way over there. One of these days I'm gonna go up that Devil's Wash Basin and go fishing. You gotta get on the other side of that red peak. Alright, drop it in the four corners and get back on the trail we came in on. Get off and walk a little bit. My butt hurts from riding that long. My knees hurt from going downhill. Walking just kind of resets that a little bit. backtracking to where I went last week with my son because I was looking for my GoPro batteries. Look at that. Found them right where I left them, and I did not remember, which was sitting on a log when I was swapping out batteries when we were up here. So it was only about, I believe it's a mile in. Now we're on our way back out. Been riding for about 11 hours right now, and once we get back down to the main spot, we're gonna boogie back into the camp. Cause I bet everybody's whooped. The dogs are tired. I'm tired. Karma's tired. It's been a long day. When I get back to the truck, we'll see how many miles it was. I'm guessing we'll be at 12 hours, depending on how quick I can get back. We're cruising now. When we get to the meadows, we're gonna have to open up the donkey, see how much horsepower she really has. Be back to the truck in no time. She's not big on loping, that's for sure. We'll get her there. Mosquitoes are about to come out now. So I just checked my phone. Did 26 miles today. And the time I get back to the truck, right around 11 and a half hours. So it was quite the day, to say the least. But when I'm gonna ride all the way up to the top of there, I'd really like to see what I want to see. Even if it takes a little bit longer than I'd like. I don't usually like to do that long of time, but I'm sure Karma's thankful we're back, and the dogs are gonna sleep really good. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time.